We are here with Arantxa Garcia Lis from TUI. We are at the GSTC conference in Turkey, and I would like to talk with you a little bit about sustainability activities at TUI. We know very well that TUI is committed to sustainability, and you've done amazing work in the past years. What are you up to right now? What are you coming with to the conference?
So our main project to present in the conference is, to continue presenting because it's not a completely new project, is our certification program for tours. It's a pilot project we are running. During the last 3 years, we've been working on it together with the GSTC. So we are creating a program and a process on how to assess the tours and excursions against the sustainability, GSTC sustainability criteria.
Can you tell a little bit more about the program?
Yes, so the specifics of the program are that tours are a very complex part of the experiences when you are in a destination. So in order to be able to assess everything and verify the sustainability of it, we need to check all the items. So what we do is assessment to all the suppliers, like all the pieces of the puzzle. So we with the program, we assess all the suppliers, we assess the venues, we assess the transportation means, so every specifics, every part, and then we put them all together, like making a puzzle, and then we assess the process on how we put all this together. So we check every single part of the tour as individuals, and then we put them together, and then we assess the final result.
But do you also kind of verify your suppliers? Does it mean that suppliers have to have some minimum standards in order to be part of your program?
So they need to fulfill an assessment, and they need they need to verify and give us evidence on all the questions. The assessment is made 100% based on the GSTC criteria, and it's been certified. So it's a proven system. So if they want to be part of our excursions, they need to do this process, this assessment, and they get a scoring also based on the requirements of the criteria. And if they have the minimum scoring or more, then they can be part of our portfolio.
This is really amazing, and I think this is the way to push through the sustainability to the operations. What do you do with suppliers that you've been working on together, like in the past years, but they are not doing so well with sustainability?
So to me, that's the beauty of the process, because it's a continuous improvement program. So we help them, they do the assessment, and if they score negatively or not negatively, lower than expected, then we have a full program of trainings and guidelines. So they receive the guidelines on all the topics based on the criteria, but especially on those that they are not scoring properly, where we help them with some information on how they can improve, how they can make the changes, and then they can do again the assessment to check if their score has been increased. This way we engage with them, and we also show them that this is like not a one-off. No, one thing that is only done once in life, so they can do all these improvements across the.
Especially sustainability is a continuous process anyway, so we can become better and better every year. And what about the customer side? Do you communicate this program to the customers? How do they react?
So yes, we have created a label which is called Green and Fair. We have the only excursions or tours that can be part of this label are the ones that have been verified through the program. So then the customer, when they go through our webs or when they are in the hotels and they receive the representative we have there, so our colleagues in resort, or they have the apps, because we also have apps for the clients, they can always see the Green and Fair label identified, and they can also read what it means and why is it a Green and Fair experience, the one that they are choosing. We are doing the Green and Fair launch this year, but this is not the first time we've communicated sustainability to our clients, and actually the response is always very positive. So our clients are very satisfied with it.
And have you noticed that clients care about some aspects of sustainability more than others?
Yes, it depends a little bit on the nationality and the place where they come from. But in essence, they now, like the environmental topics, they sort of believe is given. It has to be done. So for them, it now is much more natural to see recycling facilities and things like that in the hotels or in the tours. But when they come with us in a tour, they really, really love the cultural part and the community part. So to see the local communities, to see how the local cuisine, the reflection of the different cultures and traditions. This is something they really, really like, and they love to see that they are supporting the community whilst they are on holiday with us. So when they come with us to an excursion and they visit a community and they see the improvements that are being made there, or they eat the cuisine and they know that we are, of course, paying for that food or for that on their behalf, they feel really, really, really happy. They really come back to us to tell us that they feel really satisfied.
It's amazing. On the other hand, TUI is known for mass travel, and for many years, I'm sure that you've been attracting, and probably until now, people that maybe not everyone is really keen on sustainability. Maybe some people are skeptical. How do you engage those type of customers in your initiatives?
So for me, the most important thing for us is the proper communication, the way you explain things. Sustainability is for us experts is a given word, but not for the normal people in the street. So when they talk about sustainability, they don't really know what we mean. So the important thing for us is when we have to explain what it means. So if it's we talk about communities, or we talk about environment, or the protection of animals, or the protection of children, we talk about the topics themselves instead of big words on sustainability. So when you go to a client or even to a supplier or anyone in the industry and you give examples, that's the only way then they can really understand, they see how that affects them, personally, and they start coming, maybe becoming more aware and believing more, in the topic. So that's
great. It's also like a long journey of engaging customers. What about greenwashing? So we heard about the new EU Green Initiative directive, and more customers are aware of greenwashing and companies pretending to be something that they are not. How do you avoid greenwashing in your communications? How can customers actually trust you?
Okay, that's one of the main reasons why we've been working with the GSTC for so long. Certifications, accreditations, third-party independent validation, that's the only way to fight against greenwashing. So when you claim something, it needs to be backed up. So that's why we back up all the work we do, and we maybe spend longer developing the projects before talking about them than others. But we make sure that everything we do is validated, is been certified or verified, and we have all the data to prove that what we're saying is correct. And then we talk about specific things. Again, we don't say general things that then, okay, the client or anyone can claim back and say, this is not true. We talk about the specific items of part of everything. So when they ask us, okay, you talk about certified hotels. Yes, this is the list of hotels. These are the certifications. You have, the papers to prove, that the information you're giving is the adequate and similar with the program.
Would you then say that every business in the travel industry should get certified, or there are some other ways as well that show credibility other than certification? If we are talking about smaller companies, how they can communicate sustainability, do they have to get certified? Would you recommend it, or this is not a must?
To me, certification is always a good thing, but I do understand, we understand that depending on the size of the businesses and the type of suppliers, it can be, or companies, it can be difficult. That's why we created a program in which we help them get introduced. So maybe certification can be the last ultimate goal, but in the meantime, there are many ways to achieve better sustainable practices. Having a criteria is important, so understanding what they need to do. This is why also we always recommend to at least be aware of the criteria, of the GSTC criteria. And if they start working towards a criteria, then they can start communicating again on facts, always talking about what they do. So if they say they recycle, they need to talk about the recycling bin they have, and they need to prove it somehow. So they may not need to have a certification, but they need to follow some criteria so that they can then properly claim what they are doing. But I think in the end, if you start with a criteria or a process, you end up realizing that certification is the final goal.
Thank you. I think it's a great piece of advice for other companies as well. My last question is more personal. What is your key takeaway so far from the conference? I know we are just the beginning, but maybe you had some good conversations or before the conference. What are your thoughts from the conference?
Yeah, no, I had a great number of conversations before the conference and now at the beginning. I'm very happy to see how many people attended this conference again. Sevilla was really good. Now it's again a lot of people attending, and to me the greatest takeaway so far is to see so much political commitment at the moment. So we are in Türkiye. They are developing a fantastic program, and all the politics are so committed. And this is the way to then push things and move things in a country in a more, I don't know, in a maybe faster way. So for me that is a key takeaway, and also something to think about a little bit more when trying to influence other countries and other destinations towards sustainability.
Thank you very much. Have a great conference.
Thank you.